Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the August ranked series for Hearthstone. Now we're covered in oil with our rogue, so we're 1 or 2 wins away. So let's jump into our game and see how we do. So we've been fairly lucky, to be absolutely fair and honest. We've had 3 opponents that have maybe been on the slightly newer side. So we've got a mage there. Now let's see, what can I probably get rid of? Even though preparation is 0 cost, it's not really useful until the end game, so I'll remove that. The owl. Let's remove owl as well. I'll keep the fan of knives, it's useful for card draw. I'll keep the barber as I can actually unturn. Ooh, no, I'll have to wait until turn 3 to play the barber. That's fine, let's just pop him out anyway. So that's actually fairly decent. And oh, he's going for arcane missiles straight to me. That's not very nice of you. So I can coin and play my daggers. I'll coin and dagger up. The reason I'm doing that is that that'll allow me to play the barber on turn 2. It's a bit of a gamble, but that's good. He's actually using 2 of his arcane missiles already. So I'll play my auto barber, and that brings him up to my weapon to be a 2 damage, and the barber's now there a 3, so let's see what he has in store for me. Stone Tusk Boar. Yeah, he's got to just trade everything out of that. That's okay. That works out fair enough for me. I'm disappointed in the having 2 saps there, unfortunately, but there's not a lot I can do. Now, how am I best doing this? I can buff the weapon up once. I'm not sure I want to buff it too much though. What I can do is just attack face actually. Yep, so that'll work. Next turn I can put the heal bot down. Do I have another? Right, so if I put the heal bot down, I will get killed by the Night Elf, or the Night Blade rather. I can't sap it, as that would hurt. So what can I do here? I could sap it to be fair, but I use preparation, I'll then combo and kill, and use the heal bot to bring me back up. Hopefully he will play a minion. That's fine by me. Oh, he did that wrong way around, I think. So what I do is I'll backstab, and I'll then use the oil, and end my turn there. I'm not worried about 1 damage from the Acolyte of Pain. I am, however, running out of options right now. I think I'll have to Blade Flurry. And just accept that as a hit. I didn't want to lose that. I'm starting to lose board presence here. I do have sap to remove a minion. Brilliant. So if I use my Azure Drake, now that's 6, that's 11. I'm 1 damage short, but I think it's almost enough. I'll eviscerate, and I'll just attack the face. Unless he can heal next turn or kill me, I can Blade Flurry unless he can remove my minions. So in theory he should 1 hit the heal bot, take the healer onto a Drake, but then he still knows he's only got 1. Did that the wrong way around. I think he realises that's his game done. Thank you very much. I'm not going to be an unpleasant person, I'll just go straight for a win. So that was fantastic. We actually got 4 wins on the trot. Got a full combo there. We played some fairly new players, I think, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, we've got to rank 22, so I think we maybe got an extra shiny card for our rogue. We got 3 wins, so that's 10 gold. So we've got a bit of time left, so I'll go back and I'll explain the deck a bit better. So where are we? Covered in oil, here we are. So the opening kind of game that you're looking for with the oil rogue is so cards that you want in your hand as well. Backstab, that can remove these pesky 3/2 minions such as fire imps, the knife jugglers, raptors, anything that has 2 health, very susceptible to backstab. And again, it's not actually costing you any mana. Preparation is used either as a combo spell, so you use it to activate combos such as, say, the Eviscerate for example, or more importantly, it's the Tinker's Sharp Sword oil that you can use. You're not normally going to keep that in your hand, it's better to be left until the end of the game. So if you do get that in your opening hand, remove it, and you're better to have something else. Deadly Poison, just again, it's a great solid weapon to buff up, a great solid card to buff up your weapon. Also, because it's only 1 mana, it's great as a combo activator as well. The South Sea Deckhand, while it's a 1 cost mana minion, you're only really going to be able to use it on turn 2 or 3 at most. Turn 2 for coin, or turn 3 after you've made a weapon. It's often can be used, I've never been able to do it this way though, but it's very often used as a combination of, so if you've got a weapon at 1-2, and just say you've got, say, 10 mana, we'll say, you can play the South Sea Deckhand, so that's a 2-1 with charge. You can then use Preparation, say, use an oil, so that means that you've got a 5 on your sword, sorry, 4 on your sword, 4 on your dagger, 5 on the minion, play another Tinker, you've got 7 on your sword, 8 on your minion, that's only 6 mana used up. Yep, 6 mana used up, had to think about that one there. You can attack the face, so that would be 6 damage. You can then attack with the Deckhand, and as I said, that was 7, so that's 13 damage. Sorry, no, I've miscalculated that, 7 and 8, isn't it? Yep, 7 and 8, so that's 15 damage. You can then destroy your weapon, and that's 22 damage for 8 mana. Pretty decent. So, or it can just be used as a 2-1 body to charge in and take out, or do a bit of damage. So, Blade Flurry, and we've seen that kind of gets used to destroy weapons. It's best used after you've already attacked the face, so if you've got a full charge, you can attack the face and destroy the weapon. You know, you can clear the board with this, it's great. Eviscerate, you've seen that in use as well. Always good if you can get a combo, especially if you can get an Azure Drake out. Sap just lets you, for 2 mana, lets you stall your opponent's turn. So he puts out a big minion, use Sap, it goes back in his hand, and he's all over again. Now, it doesn't get rid of the minion, it just delays it, and it gives you the tempo, so it gives you basically control to start making moves on the board. The Auto Barber was something I added in, honestly, simply because I don't have 2 SI7 agents. It lets you buff up your weapon. It's only extra 1, but it's a free damage body for only 2 mana, so that's actually pretty decent. The Ironbeak Owl, I was suffering from, when I was in testing this, I did suffer a lot with taunts, so I was getting a lot of sludge belchers and things like that, and it was just proving to be quite annoying to try and get through everything. So Ironbeak I always added in as a body, but also a silence. I've only used it once, I think, really, as anything that was useful. A fan of knives, again, a great combination with the Azure Drake later on to remove 2 damage to each minion. But also the key thing is it lets you draw a card. So even if you're sitting in the later game, like turn 4, turn 5 for example, mid kind of game, you can drop this just to even cycle another card in if you've got nothing else to play. The Earthen Ring Farseer, it's a body that you can use to heal up. You can either use it to heal up an Azure Drake or Loteb, or more importantly, 3 mana, lets you get a little bit of health back, gets a minion on the board. SI7 Agent, again it's a free mana, much the same, except this guy actually does 2 damage if you can play a card before it. I'm not adverse to holding it to the combo though, so if you've got an empty board, your opponent's got an empty board, generally, unless you've got a good other couple of plays, I would just play the SI7 Agent. Having a free body on the board, it's more important than maybe waiting another 2 turns to actually do the 2 damage, then get the minion, and then maybe not actually be able to do anything anyway. The Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil. We've already kind of gone through that. You've seen that in almost every single game that we've played, I think. Buffs up everything. You don't have to use it as a combo though. It's better when it is used as a combo, but there's no harm if you've got the weapon there and you know you can do the damage. Don't hold it to waiting for having a minion of your own to use. The Piloted Shredder, it's a nice solid sticky minion. You can kill it, comes back. Absolutely solid. Antique Healbot, almost an unsung hero. So for 5 mana it's a free body. So there you go, but for an extra 2 you get 5 health. Now the difference between the Irvin Ring Farseer and the Healbot, apart from the cost, is that the Farseer can target anybody, whereas the Healbot only does it to you. But for 8 health, for 5 and a free body, that's amazingly good value. It's almost an essential for almost each deck. Azure Drakes, amazing. Solid card, 4/4 body. You draw a card, so that's a battle cry, you draw a card, that's brilliant, you automatically refill your hand. But with extra spell damage, as I think you noticed in one of the games, you can use as the kind of buff up saps or eviscerates. Loateb, great for playing turn 5. Basically it just stalls your opponent's turn from doing anything other than casting minions. We didn't see him, I don't think it even drew him up actually. But yeah, he's a solid body. You know, you could potentially replace him with 1 or 2 other things, but I think he's fine as he is. And lastly we have Sprint. So Sprint is, if you have that in your hand, 2 is normally good to have, but if you're sitting on a turn 7 or turn 8 and there's not a lot you can play, you know, you just refill your hand there. That's 4 cards for 7 mana, and it gives you a huge boost the following turn. It is expensive at 7 mana, but as you notice towards the end game, you might start to be lacking cards to play, as we've seen. So there we go, that is the Oil Rogue, and we've hit rank 20 with it. Now, yeah, I think I'll just leave it there because there's not a lot more I could really go on about. And thanks very much everybody for watching the August series. We got lucky in a few games there. I think everybody was fairly new, but sometimes you get the new players, sometimes you get the old hands. So this time, you got to see the deck. Thanks very much everybody for watching, and please have a great day now.